guys, come with me and my roomies to prepare our lunch. So my embarrassing, me and my roomies decided we'll be having sakna spaghetti today. I mean, we are students, so we'll manage any little we have to prepare whatever we can prepare. Life as a student is not easy, but what can we do? At this point, I was just getting everything we used to cook ready, both the utensils and the ingredients. So right here, we already got to the kitchen. I washed the fish with salt, lighten the gas, and put the fish inside water to cook. That is just so the fish can soften a bit. When the fish boiled, I took it down and then I added water on the pot I'll be using for our spaghetti, put it on fire, and then I started getting every other thing ready. I was not the only one working. All my roomies' hand was on desk. Everybody have what they are doing. I was just minding the pots, and while they were cutting the veggies and every other thing. I forgot to mention earlier, we'll be cooking 2 pots of spaghetti because we are more. This is everything we'll be using to cook. They are all. My embarrassment is if I tell you people what happened at this point, people will start thanking God on my behalf. But that's the story for another day. So at this point, I added my oil, my onions, and then I introduced my tomatoes. I think this about 7 sachets of tomato. I'm not joking when I say Nigeria have spoiled because why would 7 sachets of tomato be this small? Well, anyways, I added my salt, my Maggi, and then I added pepper. I fried the tomato for a while and added my water. I'm preparing this stew in 1 pot and then I'll cut it into 2 later. I added my fish, my mama, and then I stirred it very well and added more water. I covered it to cook and then I remembered I was supposed to share the stew into 2. I did that immediately and covered both of them to cook. When it started boiling, I introduced crayfish in the both pots. Covered it for a while and then I added the spaghetti. This is the first pot. I stirred it very well and I added the second spaghetti. I also stirred it very well. I covered the pots and allowed the spaghetti to cook for like 5 minutes again and I brought it down. I put another pot on fire, added oil and hot dog. I fried the hot dog for some minutes and then introduced our veggies. I stirred everything for like 60 seconds and here I added it into our spaghetti. I turned it very well and I scooped some of the spaghetti on a plate. I added our boiled eggs. Got my roomies to contest the food. Nazi tested first, Mira second, and Sally tested third. After her it was Merit's turn. After Merit, I tested my own. And yeah, it was time for us to go back to the hostel. And yeah, everybody was so happy because why not? We got to the hostel and that is the end of the vlog. Bye. Catch up with you tomorrow.